So you guys have won this game a year ago, Justin?
I believe so. We had a lot to work on, but I believe so. Just how our offense is wired, how our defense is wired. I feel like we still would have brought it out. Maybe it would have been a more scrappy game, but I mean, I really 100% believe that we would have brought that out last year.
What's different about this year's team, though, in particular, where you don't have to worry about that quite as much?
Just experience a lot. Knowing your job, knowing what other people are doing, and pretty much just simply having your teammates back. You know, we went through summer workouts, fall camp, a whole spring, and just you have a different type of respect with the guys. It's year 2, with some of the guys it's year 1, and you show them that this is our standard for the year 1 guys, and you just keep going and keep pushing the standard with the year 2 guys, because we've already been in a year, so we kind of know like what to expect.
I asked Brent and Danny if there was any surprise in the first 2 weeks with the defense, maybe that you didn't see or notice in fall camp that it's kind of reared its head in a positive or even a negative way. Is there anything that you can think of?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Surprise from fall camp, maybe that you didn't see with the defense that you've noticed in the first 2 weeks.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, because we have a tricky offense that we go against every day. So, we're coming back to the drawing board and making adjustments every day, and they're kind of messing with our adjustments and messing with what our keys are and things like that. So it's just an unorthodox offense that we have to face every day in practice. So we're used to it, and when we faced adversity today, we were, there was smiles on our face and positive body language as well. Just walking down the sidelines, because we know that this is our first chance to hit adversity, and I feel like we did it well. I think.
What do you think of Peyton's up block?
Man, that was a big play. That was a big play, and before or after that, he made a PBU on the sideline, and I looked him in his eyes, and said, "Man, you're ready, like you are war ready, and he looked at me and smiled, because this is a big game, because if we would have lost, it would have been a headline as well. So every game is a big game for us, and that's a big moment for Peyton. A lot of big moments, had good tackles in the first game, a big hit, big plays in this game. So I'm happy for Peyton.
He said that punt block actually wasn't called. He was supposed to be pursuing that. What's it like to have guys like that have just that kind of instincts as true freshmen that can make those plays?
You can't teach that. And going into team meeting, we manifest a lot of things. What can happen will happen. And Coach Valai and Coach, a lot of our special team coaches will they pretty much manifest, and they said it will happen if we do our job. And he's just an athletic kid, so he can do a lot of things that maybe that are out of his realm or out of his, he might not think he can do it, but he's capable of doing a lot of things.
What do you think went wrong on the touchdown drive you guys gave up, and what do you have to clean up down the road to prevent that?
I feel like penalties was a big thing. Penalties was a big thing last game, but I just feel like they weren't. Arkansas State, not to talk bad about them, but they weren't as strong as a team and as a offense as what we played tonight. So they weren't able to capitalize on a lot of opportunities and a lot of penalties that we had. So that was a big thing that I talked to the defense about as well. That penalties could win or lose us games. Mostly if we're on the wrong side, they could definitely lose us games and put them in plus territory and give them a better chance. A field goal could change the game. This game, 28-11. If they could have had a field goal and they drove down, who knows what would happen. So we just gotta, clean them up. Everybody knows that. We're well aware, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
What was the response to that, just on the sidelines, and what was kind of the dialogue between the guys after that?
The score.
Yeah, after the touchdown drives, what was kind of the message?
Stuff happens. We obviously everybody has a misconception. It's 73-0 last week. It's a misconception. People are going to score, and that's a good offense. So we tip our hat to SMU's offense as well. You just got to capitalize, and we came back out, 3 and out, and came back out, stopped them, and they had a little, back and forth with the penalties on the last drive, and the second to last drive. But you know, our defense is war ready. We're definitely adversity built. You know, so when adversity hits, we're ready. When we look at each other in the eyes, we grow tighter and we go harder.
When you talk about cleanup penalties like that, is that more frustrating knowing that it was things you could have controlled, or does that make it a little easier knowing like you're in control of being able to mop that up yourself?
I would say it's in everybody's control. Just knowing, I mean, just the face mask at the end could have been a sack. Just you know, watch your hands, and that's nothing to, you know, ruffle somebody's feathers about. That's just, you know, be smart, kind of tackle them, you know, low, and, you know, let's go to the next play. But the fact that it did happen and the fact that we are able to respond, it shows that we're a more mature defense and a more mature team as well.
You were to get that interception, kind of close the seal the deal and everything like that. How did that feel for you, and what did you see on that play?
It was great, you know, just read my keys and, you know, just really Coach V's his voice kind of went in the back of my mind. Just being a smart player, you know, being a veteran player, just fourth quarter and we need a stop. And if they score, you know, they're onside kick, it'll be a different game. So, you know, just having that you know, having that awareness, and he teaches us, we go through film about little things like that, you know, in the game, Hail Marys and stuff like that. So just being smart, and that's really like a trust booster for my coach, for Coach V and Coach Roof and all the defensive staff, and just being smart and being a veteran player, being a smart player, just getting down, let's end the game. We can take 2 knees and, you know, we can finish, we can go celebrate in the locker room. So
One more, guys.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what was the decision to go down? That's pretty much it. Just wanted to just end the game, get out of there.
yeah, it's instinct to just take off running, but you know, fumbles could happen, you know, penalties could happen, you know, we get the pick, but say if we get a holding or a blindside block, then that puts the offense, you know, in minus territory with their back against the wall, and then maybe we have to punt, and maybe they get another chance to return or get back in plus territory. So, you know, all those things go in our mind. We preach and we talk about situational football a lot. So that's why I feel like we've grown a lot as a defense, as a team, and as you can see, like, that was a dogfight. Just me personally, like, just honestly, that was a dogfight, and the fact that everybody was calm and collected, and all the defensive guys knew, like, you know, if it takes one more drive, if it takes 2 more drives, let's go do it and let's go finish this game. And, you know, the pick is cool, but I mean, a lot of stuff happened before that pick with, you know, Danny had 17 tackles. If he missed 5 of those, who knows, you know, what will happen. So, I mean, I'm happy with this team. I love this team, and we have a lot to show for. We got a lot of corrections to make, but it's going to be a special year.